Let me be real with you right now. People are not unmotivated, they're not weak-minded, they're not losing the plot. A lot of people right now are quietly struggling, not because they're lazy, not because they lack discipline, because mentally, life has become heavier, it's become harder. Prices are rising faster, the future literally is unclear. There's conflict literally everywhere, and your phone makes sure that you never forget. And the scary part is, most people don't realize how much is actually affecting them. People are just feeling more tense, more tired, less motivated, and they just don't know what to do anymore. So if that's you been lately, this video is for you. Here is something that nobody explained properly. We humans, we're not built for constant uncertainty. In the past, stress came in waves. You dealt with a problem and then you recovered. Now, the stress never ends. Inflation means that we're always worried about money, how we're going to spend it next. News means that fear is always accessible. Social media means comparison never ends. Your nervous system never gets closure. It always stays on. That's why people are feeling anxious even when nothing's going wrong right now in your life. Your body thinks danger is always nearby. Old advice says, change your mindset, think positive, be grateful. That advice worked when stress was just temporary. It doesn't work in the chronic stress environment that we are currently. You don't beat stress in this era with motivation, you beat it with boundaries. Mental health today is not about being strong, it's about being selective. Selective with what you watch, what you listen to, and what kind of energy you let it close to you. Let's talk about the biggest mental health issue that no one actually treats like one. Information overload. Your brain treats a war headline, a market crash, a social collapse video as if it's actually happening to you. Your body releases cortisol and your heart rate increases. Your muscle tense, and now imagine doing that 20 times a day, every day. That's modern anxiety. So here's the rule. If information is not helping you act, it's not helping you. You don't need breaking news, you need mental stability. When the world becomes unpredictable, your routine becomes grounding. Same wake up, same training, same meals, same walks that you're taking. This tells your brain, I know what today looks like. That alone reduces anxiety. That's why people who train daily, go for walks, who have a structured life, they stay more calmer in harder situations. Social media right now is dangerous because what we see is watching people live their life to the full, spending money, going on holidays constantly, and we're seeing a happy reel of their life. You always need to remember that when we see people on social media, they're only showing you the highlights of their life. It's not the whole life. Everyone is struggling differently right now. You know, the cost of living crisis, and people are panicking, thinking that they're behind. But let me remind you something. Everyone's going through something. During cost of living crisis, you need to remember one thing. Everyone's on a different level. Everyone has a different kind of reality that they're living in. Comparison in this era does not motivate, it actually drains you. Mute what pressures you and unfollow whatever triggers your anxiety levels. It's not worth it. That's not weakness, that's emotional intelligence. Most people avoid silence, not because it's boring, because in silence, that's when your mind speaks. And a lot of people are just afraid to know what you're actually thinking. Silence is where anxiety creeps up, the grief comes back, you start overthinking, you're thinking of possibilities that actually are not even happening. Your mind is just creating some things that just panic about. But that's also where your healing starts. 10 minutes a day, no phone, no stimulation, don't listen to even any music. That's not self-care, that's nervous system maintenance. When stress increases, people isolate themselves, they stop talking to people, they hide in their own little bubble, and that's where the biggest mistake happens. And that amplifies anxiety. You don't need a solution, what you need is connection. One honest conversation, just one check-in. Humans calm each other down, and that is biology. Let me say this clearly, we're not living in an easy era, and pretending makes people feel even more broken. You're not failing, you're adapting. Mental health is not about thriving, it's about staying intact. Protect your mind, reduce noise, build structure, stay connected, survival counts. If this video helped, share this with someone that's been feeling the weight lately, because they need to know they're not alone in this. We all are going through something, and all we need to do is be there for each other. So if you're going through something you want to talk to, just drop a message below and I will reply back. We can build a community where we can talk to each other, empower each other, and make each other feel like ourselves again. If you're comfortable enough to tell me how you're feeling, comment below, not the polished version, the real raw version. You're not alone in this, even when it feels like sometimes. Remember, we're here for each other. That's what humanity, us humans, are made for. We need to talk to each other, interact with each other, because talk to someone can reduce your pain in half. And sometimes just speaking to someone, you will realize, like, I was just overthinking it for nothing. So make sure, phone a friend today, talk to someone, message someone, meet someone that you haven't seen for a while. And if you haven't got that someone, I'm here. Just drop a message and we can go have a full on conversation. Remember, it's okay to feel down, but staying down, we're not doing that. We're going to get up and be ourselves and we're going to smash it. Make sure you remember that and share it with someone that needs to hear this.